In this video, I'm going to reveal to you the secrets of tyres in Gran Turismo 7. I'm revealing the telemetry that they don't show you in the game. I've had to run some sort of mod here to extract the tyre telemetry, and the results are shocking. If you are not on top of these tyres, what you're going to learn in this video is really going to help you in Gran Turismo 7. It's going to help you get faster because I couldn't believe it. I'm going to show you what we learned, and I'm going to show you what we implemented and then what the results were. So you can see here at Fuji, I did 2 rounds at Fuji, very hard track on the tyres. Look at this right-hander here. This is my first qualifying session, first race. Look at the tyre temp in the top left peaking at almost 140 degrees, 130 degrees. And what I've learnt is, and you're going to see this implemented here with your own eyes, is the more you peak those tyre temps, the more you take out of the deg in the tyres. And it doesn't appear to be linear, it appears to be exponential. So it's almost like every more degree you put heat into the tyres, it gets exponentially worse on the degradation. This is why some drivers are able to just go a lot longer on the tyres. In this race, in the first round, as you're going to see, I'm not really looking after the tyres at all. This is qualifying obviously, but we're going to go into the race. You're going to see the lines I take through the 2 big right-handers. This is the second one, going onto the back straight again, main straight. Look at temps and tyres, peaking at about the mid-80s, and you can see the base level. I want you to look at the base level of the tyres is 65 degrees. We're going to go for lap 2 here in qualifying. We're going to peak the tyre temps again to over 140 degrees. We were 65 degrees base temp. Have a look now what we're going to go down to on the base temp. It's going to be 69 degrees. Nice, or not nice if you don't want to get the deg on the tyres. Again, the last corner here, lap 2 in qualifying, peaking it 95 degrees or so. Base temp was 69, is now going to 70, so not gaining quite as much on that one. But this corner here, lap 3, next lap, what we're going to peak at, peaking at 143 degrees. Wow, we were 70 degrees base temp in the tyres, and it's now gone to 73, and we just don't lose that time. As you go down the straight, you might expect to sort of lose that time, temperature in the tyres, but it just resides, it just sort of stays hot. You're going to see here, I'm going to play a little bit forward, 74 degrees, I think it was 75, so it does drop a little bit, but absolutely unbelievable. Now, I'm going to continue to blow your mind in this video. As we go into the race here, this is race number 1 where I was really just not looking after the tyres at all, and you can see here we've taken this very hard and aggressive line through that right-hander at Fuji and really putting temperature in the tyres. Now, temperature in the tyres will also add some more grip. So in qualifying, this is not a bad thing, but in the race, it can be an absolute disaster. This was a tyre-saving race, and some drivers on this soft tyre at the beginning of the race were able to go to 13 laps. But look at me here, on lap 10, the base temperature of the tyre, I've managed to get up to 84, 83 degrees. You can see the degradation on the tyre in the bottom left, look at the front left. And we should be taking these tyres to about lap 13, and then go on the mediums for the last 17 laps. And we cannot do it. We have boiled these tyres, literally. And it's not even we've boiled the tyres. We've boiled the front left specifically, and that sabotaged everything. See, the base temp of the tyre now, going down the straight, is 84, 83 degrees centigrade, and we have to box. This is going to utterly sort of ruin our race. Now, we're going to get onto the medium tyre. I actually want to show you in the pit lane what happened. So you can see here that the tyres are going to change. See the tyre temps coming down here. By the way, if this video is helping you at all, please take this opportunity, hit that like button, check you've got notifications on, make sure you're subscribed. Please share the video around if you want to help me grow this channel, because I'm just trying to share all the secrets of GT7. As we come out the pits here, you can see the tyre temps reset. It's down to 59 degrees on the medium tyres. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how we got the heat into these medium tyres. Bear with me. So going to go around this right-hander again. Do the medium tyres go up to the same temperatures as the soft tyres? How does the degradation work? Because the medium tyres here should last about twice as long as the soft tyres. So we should be able to get 20 laps out of the medium tyres. But it doesn't work out like that, as you're going to see. So not quite peaking it to 130 degrees. I might have learnt a little bit to not take as much heat out of them. We'll see what the base temp is going to be. Base temp is... we're 63 degrees here. Now, I've zoomed forward to lap 20 because you can see here again, I'm now really leaning into these tyres, 130 degrees. Now, you would expect them to be able to get to lap 20, but this is where I think there's something quite shocking about the tyre wear. Because every degree centigrade you put into the tyres leads to exponentially worse tyre wear, and also because it's very hard to lose the temperature in the tyres, the degradation gets proportionately worse the more heat you've put into the tyres earlier on in the stint. So you can see here in lap 22, the deg is really, really, really bad. We should be going to the end of this race on these medium tyres, but we are really, really, really going to struggle. The base temp now is 84 degrees. This is super, super, super hot. Now you can see here around this right-hander, again, we're not really going to put any extra temperature in the tyres around that corner. And it's little moments when you slide. Let's see if we get a little slide here. I can't recall. Any extra temperature? Yes, just there, just a little slide, and we boost it. If you can eradicate those slides, then you're just gonna, that base temperature is gonna stay lower. So it's absolutely massive, and I'm gonna show you in the second race some incredible things we were able to do to manage heat in the tyres. But we've rocketed this base temp up to 84 degrees. I'll play it down the whole straight here so you can see the rate at which it comes down. 83. Is it going to come down any more? Can we get any more heat on? 82 degrees. So we're losing a couple of degrees. Can we get it down to 81? Just going down straight. It's a very long straight of Fuji. 81 degrees. So by the time we hit the end of the straight, it's 81 degrees. But then already under braking, we're actually adding temperatures. And then when we go around this next right-hander, we're going to rocket these temps back up to 84, maybe even 85 degrees. So you basically can't, you cannot cool down the tyres in Gran Turismo 7. Some people might say this is realistic in motorsport. It's sort of the unspoken thing about real-world motorsport, and I even experienced it in karting, is that the tyres are everything. Tyres are everything in motorsport. And once you get them out of the window, you are utterly screwed. You'll see this in Formula 1, but no one really talks about it. And Gran Turismo 7 kind of presents itself as having a very simplistic tyre model, but it clearly doesn't. It clearly has quite an advanced tyre model, but they're just hiding it. So what I'm doing here is just sort of exposing it. Now going on to lap 29, have a look at the bottom left. My tyres are absolutely shot. In fact, I have no more sort of tread left in that front left tyre. And you can see here, going side by side with someone, they're going to have quite a lot more grip than me. Although I'm not sure what they're doing there, turning into me on a straight, going right on a straight there. But the tyre temps, you can see interestingly, are not peaking as high as they were before. And going over the start-finish line, the tyre temp is actually lower. So something else I learnt is that the more life you have in the tyre, the easier it is to put heat into it. So everything is sort of decided earlier on in the stint normally. And it's very, very, very hard to recover it. And by the end, we were almost struggling to actually put heat into the tyres because we've taken so much life out of it. Now we're going to see qualifying here in race 2. We did quite well, but it's the race where it gets really interesting, because have a look at what I do with my lines here. We were doing this live on stream, so I'm streaming Gran Turismo 7 by the way on YouTube pretty much every day. Check out the profile, get those notifications on. But have a look. What we do is we go around this right-hander, because I'm going to take a very, very, very different line deliberately taking a very different line. So through left-hander, trying to carry speed. Now look at the right-hander here. Look at the tyre temp peak. We were peaking about 140 degrees previously, and this time peaking at about 105, and actually it was the second bit of the corner. So I thought it was in the race. I was thinking, hang on, this is all in the first part, but it's actually second bit. Lap 2 again. Let's take this easier line. We're up to position 3 now. What's the tyre temp peak going to be? Peaking at 114 degrees. A lot lower than 140. This should, and you're going to see in this video, should pay massive dividends. On lap 7, can I keep the discipline? The tyre temperatures are hotter now. Going in. Oh no, peaking at 144. Isn't that interesting? Peaking at, even though I'm trying to be conservative, peaking at a higher temp than we were in race 1, and that's because we have more life in the tyres. Going around on lap 9, I think this is a lap that we were really struggling in the previous race. 82 degrees there already. Struggling now a little bit. Can we take this easier line? 126 degrees, so bringing it back kind of... Oh, 136 on the exit there. Do you see that? It's actually the second part of that corner. This is such good information. If I was doing another round here, I'd be able to save so much more life in these tyres. Now, we did have a very interesting moment here, lap 10. Unfortunately, I was leading the race, But I spin the tyres, look at the rear wheel heating up, the rear tyres heating up, front right heating up. But ultimately, even with this spin that causes a bit of deg, I'm going to bring up a comparison. I'm going to compare the tyre deg that we have in the second race here on lap 10 with what we had in the first race and have a look at the difference. That is an extra couple of laps. So the irony is, in this race you're watching now, race 2, I panicked and I went into the pits this lap because I was super worried that I'd boiled over the tyres, and you can see the tyre temps are very high after that spin, 85 degrees. But the irony is that the tyre temps were not that bad. They were not that bad, didn't need to do that. Now we're jumping ahead to lap 30 here because by the end of the race, unfortunately, I've managed to boil my soft tyres. We are going to finish in P7. This is about top 30 or so in the UK. But incredible secrets on the tyres here. See the tyre temps, and I've got some more videos coming on this because there's some shocking stuff about time trialing. A lot of the World Tour drivers, World Tour finalists are talking about this, and this is really, really, really illuminating. Let me know in the comments if this video has helped you, or if you have any more questions. I'm happy to try and be the tyre guru, let you know everything I know about tyres from my sort of real world driving where I've had to look after them. But really, 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 yeah, illuminating this, and I'm going to be streaming a lot more with this telemetry to give you the opportunity to kind of input and see live, and we can try different lines. But hope you enjoyed this video. Please make sure you like, subscribe, check out these other videos as well. I will see you all. See you next time.